Hi, I'm Rob and we're on to another TW White & Sons video review. Today's car's a Mazda3 hatchback. So here we have a SKYACTIV-G Sport Lux manual gearbox. That's a 6-speed manual. SKYACTIV-G is the 2-litre 122 horsepower engine. And this is Arctic White, the colour. So it's a one-owner vehicle. Currently reading around 29,000 miles. Recently serviced and MOT'd. This was done last week, in fact. So other than a bit of a bodywork attention on a bumper, the car fundamentally is ready to go. So with this spec, you'll receive 18-inch alloy wheels and this grey contrast, privacy glass, a reversing camera system, which is at the bottom of the bumper edge. There are front and rear park sensors as well, so you should be able to park the car easily. The car has keyless entry, and there's a button on the door itself to lock, and you just simply put your hand in to unlock. Each door mirror is powered, heated and electrified with an integrated indicator. Around the car, front bumper corner, got a little bit of attention there. We've touched it up just for the photos and videos. Black grille, part of the sport trim, and LED headlamps with a high beam function, so that will dip automatically when it detects oncoming cars or reflective surfaces, i.e. street lighting or street furniture in an urban condition. Nice black detail on the grille, which just complements the car beautifully. So fundamentally in nice condition. A couple of nicks on alloys and they will be attended to. As we make our way back round to the rear of the car, you enter by touching underneath the Mazda logo and lift at the same action. Presented with a nice sized boot on a 60/40 split, and then below the boot floor you'll find our tools and a inflation kit with foam, as spare wheels aren't standardised in the Mazda product. You can order them though. You can speak to our parts teams and they'll order your spare wheel kit if needs be. It's a nice big boot, nice big opener, easily removable parcel shelf if you're going to fold everything down completely, and we'll show you the seats folding shortly. So in the back of the car, the Sport Lux is cloth seat equipped. It's a black sort of brown contrast, which is quite nice. The bits your back and your bum rest on are brown, the rest is grey, which complements the door, and the brown stitch runs through the door cards, the hidden handle with the chrome work, and glossy black trim, which looks lovely. We have ISOFIX as well, so you can securely fit your children's safety seats and effectively attaches it to the chassis of the car. So the safest way. We have pull-out armrest with our cup holders and storage, so if you can have 4 in comfort or 5 with 5 seat belts. It's a 5-seat car, of course. Okay, back into the front of the car. So I'm just going to review the door mirror. You may see a triangle symbol, which is just about there. So that's your blind spot indicator. Will alert you to vehicles, motorcycle or above, coming behind you, left or right sided. We have the usual controls on the door, but also a power fold function for the mirrors, which is quite a nice feature, and also does it when you lock and unlock. So you have a fully adjustable driver's seat, generally height under thigh support. That accompanies the nice leather spoked steering wheel there, which is also reach and brake adjustable. Coming in, we have a series of switches. iStop is the technology which Mazda used to do auto stop and go technology. Ours is very, very specific to our products in the sense it does not use the starter motor to stop and start the car. It will actually freeze the combustion when you stop and literally spark a cylinder to restart the car. Innovative, doesn't put pressure on the starter motor, and is unique to Mazda in this instance. We also have traction control, front drive car of course, and that will stop the car spinning up in wet or slippery conditions, and an off switch for the rear park sensor. And lastly, we have an alert for various things: lane departure, overspeeding within a speed zone. You can diminish that with the off switch, but not turn it off completely. Mazda want you to be safe, of course. Jumping in, presented with, as I say, a leather spoked 3-spoke steering wheel. This side is more media centric with telephone prep. Mazda3 has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It's a wired connection in this instance, but it will then use the tablet screen there. Coming across, we have safety related features, so a speed limiter, really quite useful in today's 20-mile-an-hour zones, and adaptive cruise. Okay, so you have an adaptive cruise. You can control that using the up and down function here, which will then increase or decrease the gap in time between you and the vehicle in front. auto wipers and auto lights, so they'll kick on with the sensor just behind the box here when it's dark or rainy. Then we have a driver display, where it's configurable with different driver modes. You can also show the adaptive part of it as well. Oops, for some reason it doesn't want to work, but don't worry about that. And then of course, yeah, back to the main digital display. So I think there is some slight issues where I had to jump start the car earlier. So it's not the car's fault. Coming across, digital climate control, so it's left and right sided. It means you can use them independently across the cabin, or you can sync, and it does as the driver's side prefers, and up to 0.5 accuracy there. Heated seats for driver and passenger, of course, that's 3 different stages, so quite warm through to just toasty. A little bit of storage area, more cup holder storage, and of course you've got more storage in the centre lidded cubby. Also accessed more USB ports, and that's where you'll plug in for your Apple and Android. And a multi-controller here, which controls up here. So there are quick access buttons for things like media. Of course, there are other sound sources you can listen to, which is DAB, FM, AM, Bluetooth, and your smartphone once you've connected it correctly. We have also Mazda's inbuilt nav if you don't wish to use your own nav built into your phone. Fundamentally, that's the most up-to-date and more accurate, using either Google Maps or Waze, of course. But Mazda's is pretty decent, and if you forget your phone or your phone loses charge, you can happily rely upon this system. We have more detailing, so they're really nicely trimmed. So with the brown and the black, and that goes into the stitching on the dash. We have more chrome running through the vehicle here, a nice self-dimming rear view mirror, and a nice dark headlining, which is part of the sport trim, so it keeps the sort of monochrome look through the car. Nice sort of squishy padding around by your knee area, so a really nicely built car, as Mazdas are these days. So here we go. Last thing of note, we have a head-up display. I should inspire to zoom in. There we go. So it's using the box just here, and it projects the image through the screen, giving you key information around your road speed. Next sat-nav instruction. And even on the blind spots detection, it will tell you when there's cars coming behind you, all through the head-up display system. So again, keeps your eyes on the roads and not looking around the cabin as a distraction. So thank you for watching and reviewing this Mazda 3 video. This is a SKYACTIV-G 122 horsepower 6-speed manual Sport Lux in Arctic White. So 22 plate, 29,000 miles, recently serviced and MOT'd, ready to be purchased. So we encourage part exchange, and we can obviously help you fund your purchase too, using our dealer services. So don't hesitate to ask, we will offer. Thank you for reviewing.